Hi, I'm Novel Mike, and this is Challenge Mode, Shining Force 2. We are back. After beating Dark Dragon, we have come back with many more rules because this is a much more complicated game. This is the intro sequence similar to the first game, except it's, all done very much like how the story would be. So I'm going to talk over this as this goes on, and we'll narrate towards the end. Once I actually get into the game. So, challenge mode is essentially taking a game that I've played many times before and adding extra rules to it to make it much, much harder. The idea is essentially to make it challenging, thus the name challenge mode. So I did this for Shining Force 1 with extra rules, and it was pretty good, although towards the end I did think that I should have had some extra rules here and there to make it a little bit more difficult, because I thought the ending would have been a lot more interesting if I had not had so many characters and had been able to abuse like the rings and stuff like that. So let's get into it. These are the rules for Shining Force 2 challenge mode. So some of these are the same as before, some of these are actually new, some of them are changed. So, rule number 1, if a character dies, they are dead for good, no reviving. Reason for that, of course, is because you get a limited amount of characters, although there are several. And in Shining Force, you can take 12 into a battle, once you get a full party of 12 anyway. And just basically makes it so I can't breeze my way through the game just endlessly reviving people. Rule number 2, if Bowie, the main character, dies, it's game over. So if he dies at all, I lose. So I will end it early, no matter what happens, no matter how early it is or how late it is, no matter how close I get, if he dies, it's over. Number 3, items cannot be bought from shops. So healing items, the stuff to cure poison and stuff like that, none of those can be bought from shops. I can use them if I find them in treasure chests and whatnot in the world, but I cannot purposely buy them for characters. Number 4, which is one of the first big changes, weapons can be purchased for each character up to 2 times, once before promotion and once after. Any characters who cannot be promoted can only have a single weapon purchased. So this rule is the big change that I did that makes it seem like I'm being easier on this run, but I'm really not. In Shining Force 1, for the most part, you find a lot of weapons, either in treasure chests or just from enemies, that kind of thing. You don't really get that in Shining Force 2. There are special weapons you can eventually get, which will be one of the rules I do after this, but just buying shot from weapons isn't that uncommon, because the game is so long. It's many more battles than the first game was. It's like the first game's like 30 battles, this one's like 50, something to that effect. So because of that, I can't just have the starter weapons through the whole game. I have to have some way to upgrade weapons, and there's very few you get out in the world. So my compromise was up to 2 weapons. If their character is like the main character Bowie, or any of the starting characters that can be promoted, they can have up to 2 weapons. If they come promoted already, they can have 1 weapon bought. Getting in from that into the next part, rule number 5 is purchased weapons can only be used for the person they were bought for. I cannot swap weapons between characters. Or I cannot swap bought weapons between characters. So the whole idea of this essentially is, if I buy a weapon, say for Bowie, and it's like a middle sword, and I get another person who could use the middle sword, I cannot give it to him if I buy basically another weapon for that new character or something to that effect. The idea is that I can't swap weapons willy-nilly, especially like if a character dies. Like say the first knight I get dies and he had a spear that I could give to somebody else, I cannot give that spear to that character. The caveat to that rule is any weapons that characters come with or I find can be moved around as I please, just not the bought weapons. So that's trying to solidify the purchase rule and make it so I can't just, like, if I have a character die early on, or I have a character I just got and I just got a new weapon and he dies, I cannot give that weapon I just bought for him to another character that would benefit from it. If I find it, that's all another story though. Rule number 6. I cannot use Mithril to get any special weapons. So if I want to get Mithril to sell just for extra money, whatever, no big deal. Probably won't because I won't be buying that much. But I cannot use Mithril to gain the special weapons in the game. If I find any weapons out and about, those are fine. No Mithril weapons at all. Number 7 is I can only escape from battle before anyone attacks. Once experience is gained, I cannot escape from battle. No grinding. So this same rule as I had before. Once battle starts, I can escape if I forget to do something, but once I've started attacking an enemy, or the enemy has attacked us, pretty much cannot do that anymore. I have to play through that battle even if I screwed up. Number 8. In the event I trigger a battle I've already completed while backtracking, I can only use my most powerful characters to clear out the battle so the minimum amount of experience is gained. So in Shining Force 2 is much more open than the first game. There's no chapter menu, or chapter progression kind of thing, and you're not always going forward. You can backtrack a lot, especially later on in the game. You can return back to old places, but you can also trigger random battles at different places where you've had battles before. So the idea of this is essentially if that happens, what I'm going to do is I can only use my most powerful characters, and the idea is generally by that point you won't gain hardly any experience from doing that, so there's no really big problem for doing that kind of thing and playing through those battles again, but I also don't want to use it as a way to grind. So for example, if I go back to get a character later in the game that's at a really low level compared to where the rest of my party is, I cannot use those battles to help increase that character and get him or her back to like where my rest of my party would be. So it's essentially a rule to prevent me from being able to grind. That's all. Number 9 is if I get far enough to promote, which is level 20 in this game, I must promote characters as soon as possible. Any character who joins above level 20 must be promoted before being used. So, like I said before, in like this game, the rules are going to be slightly different because the game is much longer. So the idea here is, in the first game, I had the rule where I could not promote more than one character in between battles because it would limit how quickly I can get some characters super powerful, which did happen. But in this game, I'm giving so many more battles, it doesn't really make sense to do one per battle because it's not really going to deter me any at all. And it'll let some characters get kind of strong because the game doesn't lower your stats when you get promoted like the first one. So instead, just promote at level 20. If I get a character over level 20, that's all another thing. I'll get through these last two rather quickly, now that we're actually on the title screen. Number 10 is no special promotions. So anyone who's played the game before knows you can get special promotions for bonus classes. I will not be doing any of that. And number 11 is repairing weapons or rings is not allowed. So the rule with that, in the first game, if you watch that, I really kind of abused that in certain places, and that was part of the reason I did so well in the run. And so I'm doing that now, even though rings aren't like, there's not as many rings and they're not as readily available as the first game. I don't want to have just a rule where I can just abuse all my special items for the special effects. I want to make it a little bit more challenging on myself because of that. So anyway, that is the rules. Now let's get into the game. Sorry that took so long, but there's many more rules now than the first game. So we're with this old witch. I'm just going to skip through a lot of this. You can read as I go. So this is very similar to the first game where you have the girl reading the book, except this is this weird witch in the forest. Let's just delete what we already did. Yep. That was probably some kind of old save file. Data 1. So, character's name is Bowie. Or Bowie, I guess. I don't know. I've always called him Bowie. Normal. There are 4 difficulty levels, but only 2 of them actually have any differences. Like normal and then like hard. Like even the one that's called like super ouch or something isn't actually harder. But I'm adding my own rules, so we're going to, you know, just go by those instead of whatever the changes are in between that. So this is Bowie. He's a swordsman. I think this game's a little bit different because I actually think characters actually have base stats that they start with, not randomized. But I honestly don't remember. I have not played this game in quite a while. One of the big things that they changed with this is the stats screen. I can actually now switch and actually see stats on the fly instead of having to go in and compare characters like I did in the first game. So checking out different characters will be a lot easier. So, Bowie is a kid. As you saw there, he's going to school. So this is Grand Seal, and you're just a kid in Grand Seal. Unlike Max, who was like a trained soldier at that point, where the game begins, Bowie's just a kid. This is our friends. This is Chester. He's talking about one of our other friends, Jaha, who is not here. And this is Sarah. She is a priest. Sir Astral is our teacher. So if you're reading, paying attention to the beginning, I'm trying to check these barrels because there's stuff that can be in them. There was the little rat guy who took these 2 jewels, and then there's the king who got attacked by a something. And now we are going to get into that. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was just a space that triggers a conversation. So this one has something, right? Yeah, okay. Good. So this is Sir Astral, our teacher. I'll get into the narration stuff later on, but you can just read this as I go through it. I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. I don't want to have to narrate everything since this will take a while. There's a lot more story in the beginning of this game than the first one, in my opinion. So, they're starting class. Jaha, one of our friends, slept it through, so... And just as we begin, a soldier arrives. So the king is sick, which we saw in the opening because the thing attacked him. And so they came to get Sir Astral because he's a wizard, priest, something, I don't know. Like, he looks like a Gandalf or a Dumbledore kind of character, like a great wizard, but I don't know what you'd call a wizard when someone's sick. Anyway, Sarah is a bit of a troublemaker, as you can see. She wants to get in the castle. Princess? Sure, why not? Sarah the Priest and Chester the Knight have joined the Force. So despite the game being called Shining Force 2, there's never really a mention of the term Shining Force from what I remember. They just call you the Force. Or like the game refers to as the Force. So these are our starting characters. Let's actually look at stats real quick. Oddly enough, Chester the Knight has the lowest attack out of any of them. Sarah as a priest actually has better attack for some reason. And Sarah has pretty good stats all around, honestly. She's got heal. And both characters come with herbs, which is good. Because I don't get a lot of those since I can't buy any. But Chester does have good defense, whereas Bowie has crap defense, so... I'll start narrating the next scene soon, I guess. Now that we've gotten through to this first beginning part. Hasn't been that much dialogue yet, but... So, probably the greatest, like, improvement over the first game we're about to see. Bowie passed the Angel Wing to Sarah. So instead of having to, like, you know, go into my items and not being able to, like, switch item... like having to switch items to be able to open new chests, get new ones if the main character's inventory is full. In this game, you just pass it on to the next character in line. I don't know why they didn't have that in the first game, but, you know, old games. So, like everyone refers to you as kids. No one actually thinks of you as adults or anything, or doing anything really important. He is a messenger from Gollum. Came here to save the king, but he's still sleeping. Did I arrive too early? Okay. So the king is suffering. And then we're caught. Of course we want to see the castle. No, we're not. You're wrong. We are not good kids. Okay, so this glare thing, when I was a kid playing this game, I always thought he was looking at me, gets an idea. Now I think of it as an adult. He's like an adult looking down like, okay kid, you got me into trouble? Well, guess what? I'm gonna make you work for the trouble you've caused me. The door of the ancient tower is open. There must be a connection between the open door and the king's sickness. Yay, plot. I called them here to help me investigate the tower. Now pupils, follow me. Don't give me any more trouble. Do I have to go to school again, really? And this is the princess. I didn't want to involve you, my children, but this might be a good opportunity for you to learn how to properly serve your king. Are you ready, Bowie? Sure. Good, let's go to the tower. Follow me. So we're going to go to the tower, see what's going on there, because it's supposedly opened and it's not supposed to be. It's a sealed tower for a reason. Sir Astro is already inside the tower. Hurry. Okay, well why were you blocking my way then? Stupid soldier. There you are, Bowie. Stay here. I'll take a look inside the tower. What a mysterious tower. I wonder who built it. I have a strange feeling about this place. Oh, what's this? I think I've seen this symbol before. You have. And it means nothing good for us. What's happening? Look, something is appearing. What's that? An evil gizmo, a devil that possesses people. Why are you here? Where are you going? What? Wait! You're here to possess the king, aren't you? I won't let you pass. You shall not harm the king. And so it just makes more of itself. This doesn't look good. We'll stop the evil gizmo here. Bowie, defeat these fiends. So, first battle. Alright. So, we've got 6 of these stupid little things. They don't have much HP, only 5. You know, pretty meh defense, but there are 6 of them. Astral is not actually here. Neither is this pink gizmo. I'm going to keep everybody together, just be safe. I don't want to have anyone die because I do something stupid. Excuse me. Good, thereabouts. Should be good. Only like 1 or 2 of them can come down at a time if you stay in the right positioning. So let's get Chester like right there. See if that'll bring 1 or 2 of them down. Yep, okay. Of course they're gonna go for Bowie. Ah, come on. Really? The first attack misses. This does not bode well for me. If you watched my Shining Force 1 challenge mode, then you'll know how aggravating dodging can be. So one of the other nice features about this game is experience does carry over. So if you remember in the first game, when your experience was like 99 and you gained 40 experience, it would just go back to 0. In this game, it does carry over, so if you had 99 experience, you gained 40, you'd add 39 into the next level. So that's one reason the level is, or the... I can't talk. The promotion level is 20 instead of 10. Just go like right here, Chester. Protect Bowie for a moment. Probably just have Sarah heal him in a second. Good yeah, I can't talk. Dodge. That is a word I know how to say. There we go. I don't remember her normally doing 4. Whatever. If I put him here, he's gonna get destroyed by 3 things, so just stay back from the moment, Bowie. Yep, they're coming. Okay. Just heal him. I want to make sure he's topped off at all times if I can. Since he does have the lowest defense and 3 hits will kill him. And enemies can double attack, they can counter attack as well. And you can counter attack, and that does like half the damage it normally would do. Can be really useful. Okay, get up here and smash this guy. See, second attack, that's what I'm afraid of. Oh shoot, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, Chester. Don't normally want you to do this, but heal him. Not taking any chances this early. He does get 1 experience at least for doing that, so that's good. See, that one would have came down and that would have killed him. That would have been over right there if I didn't heal him, so... Gotta be careful! Oh my god, leave him alone. I'm gonna have Sarah just heal him again. And critical attacks are also still a thing that can happen as well. Am I ever gonna get a turn again? Jesus. Are all these at full? No, that one's not. I kind of want to just pull him over here, though, to try to get away from him. Yeah, Chester can go over here, kill that one. Go over here, finish that one off. Good job. Okay. Only 2 left. Well, screw you too, Gizmo. Good, I couldn't get to Bowie. She'll be fine. 2 damage is nothing compared to 4 or 3 that Bowie was taking. That thing just had a turn. Oh, whatever. She is getting remarkably close to a level. Oh my god. Is this how this is gonna be, game? Kill it, Bowie. Really? Holy shit. Just damage this one, Chester. Uh-oh. I probably should have healed Bowie. Okay, good. Scared me. Please don't miss again, Bowie. There we go. Chester level 2. So the other thing about this game is stat bonuses, since you have so many more levels, don't go up like as crazy fast. That's good. Yeah, she'll get the level 2. That's very good. So that actually worked out really well. Like, the goal in this battle for me was to get one character to level 2. This will get me 2. So because you don't get as many, because you get so many more levels, you do not get as crazy stat ups as in the first game. Like, a good level in this game is like a 3 of something going up instead of like a 1 or a 2. Well done, Bowie. What should I do with this devil? It's like, screw you? Oh, it disappeared. Oh, there it is. It disappeared again. Chase it, you moron. There it is. We must hurry to the king. Okay. So there's Mithril I could get here, but I really don't need to get any of it since I can't have any Mithril weapons, so... I saw a devil enter the king's body, and the king became violent. So it did possess him. King Grandsill, calm down! He's possessed and he needs an exorcism right now. See, this is what I'm saying, like, he's supposed to be like a wizard, but he talking about an exorcism like a priest. I don't understand. Yow, my head. No, I'm okay, Bowie. You just said yow. I must use a powerful spell. It may be dangerous. Stay back! And, like, this is clearly a fireball. Maybe it's supposed to be like a holy fireball? I don't know. Evil spirit inside the king, begone! Ha! King Grandsill? Did it work? Yes. You see the thing, don't you? Oh. Astro, what happened? Are you alright? Let me use your soldiers. We must kill before it finds another victim. What are you talking about? I don't understand. And Astro collapses. Astro! Astro is exhausted. He won't wake up. The minister summons the soldiers to the hall to kill the evil spirit. That's all the info I can give you about the mission. So all you have to do is find the evil gizmo and kill him. That's right, kill him before he possesses somebody else. You may go. Yes, sir. Let's go and defeat the evil gizmo. Forward, men. Sir Astro's still sleeping. Is he alright? The king is upstairs looking in on Sir Astro. I'm worried. Is he going to be okay? We are... He just fainted because he was exhausted by the 2 battles. Don't worry about him. If he dies, it doesn't matter. He's sold anyway. That is hardcore mean, Minister. Jesus. Minister. Is the minister there? Here I am. You walked right past him, King. Did our soldiers leave for the subjugation? Yes, just a few minutes ago. Oh, I'm too late. Astro came back to his senses just now. That's great. Did you talk to him? Astro said he feels an ill omen behind the opening of the tower and the gizmo appearing. We must study the ancient history of of Grand's Island. How? A historian named Howell lives northwest of Yale. Assel asked me to send soldiers for him, but... Ah, I understand. What shall we do now? What should we do? Oh, yes. Ah, yes. Mister, I have a good idea. As do I. You're the pupils of Astral. I know of you, Bowie. I heard that you did a very good job in the ancient tower. Why don't you go to Yale and bring Hal back here? I don't think it's a difficult job. Will you go? Yes. Thank you. Depart and fetch Hal immediately. So this is our first mission, essentially, that we were given from the king, which is something that a couple kids can take care of, because, you know, we're not going to go fight any big battles or anything. We're just going to go and get an old guy. What are you talking about? Yeah, the king was sick. So interesting thing is, like, Bowie has a mom. The castle guard said the king chose you to leave a mission. Bowie, my dear, I didn't know you were old enough to work for the king. Good luck, Bowie. Your father would have been proud of you. So despite this taking place clearly in a completely different place the first game did, this is actually a sequel of the first Shining Force game. There's a, well, let's real quick get this guy. Here you are, I've been waiting! A soldier said you went into the castle, is that true? Oh, I missed it. I would have woken up early if I knew that. If you haven't understand who this is yet, it's Jaha. So I came to meet you here. Bowie, you're going to Yale, right? Under the king's orders. Cool. Of course I'm going too. Jaha, the warrior, has joined the force. So there's a game that takes place, technically there's 3 games. There's several games called Shining Force Gaiden that were on the Game Gear, and 2 of them were on a collection on Shining Force CD, on the Sega CD. And so essentially, they continue the story where the first game left off. Like, the first game takes place, I think it's several years later, with Henri being the queen, and you basically play as this force, going against this evil kingdom that is that curses Henri and puts her to sleep for a year or something. I don't remember the exact plot details. And there's another game that takes place directly after that, and then a third game which was called Final Conflict, which actually continues Max's story somewhat. You play as a different character, but Max is in it. For some reason, Dark Soul and Mishilo are both in it. I don't know how that works since they both died, but I haven't played that game for a really long time. As much fun as I would have playing that on challenge mode, it's not exactly the easiest thing to record because you have to use an emulator. So, you know, maybe at some point. And there's no, world to explore. There's just, towns you go to in between each battle, so it's not, that interesting to, explore and find things. So, this is Jaha. As you can see, his HP is low, but his defense is higher than anybody else's, and his attack is already 14 because he has a short axe, which is, his starter weapon, but it's a step above all these other weapons. So, I don't want to do this, but I know Chester needs a better weapon, because his attack is lower than everybody else's. And this is a spear. So I'm going to go ahead and get Chester a spear, because that will give him a much better attack. I'll wait on Bowie because I can use Bowie to finish things off, but I need 2 characters that can deal good damage and have good defense. So essentially, Jaha and Chester are my tanks. Oh, I forgot about this. What is this place again? This is... Oh yeah, this you can buy a pet here. So that's Kiwi, as we will eventually find. He's not a very happy camper, but we'll get him later. Okay, so next battle. So 2 new enemies. We've got little oozes. Pretty high attack, defense, decent. Not a lot of HP though. And we have the really big problem, the huge rats. 12 attack, 8 defense, 10 HP. So these things can hit pretty hard. So I've got to be relatively careful. I do have Chester with the spear now though, so he can deal out some good damage and get some good experience. I've got to get Bowie a level in this battle, So yeah, 5 damage on that is good. Because I'll be fighting these kind of enemies for a while, and I don't get another good opportunity to... Oh, he should be okay? Uh-oh. I need to get Sarah over there. Watch Bowie do 1 damage. Yeah. At least he doesn't gain 1 experience for doing 1 damage. Oh shoot, she can't even get to Chester, that's not good. This may have been a poor decision. Don't double attack, okay. Oh man, he can't... Okay. I can pull... Okay, good. I can pull him back. That likely won't go for him and I can kill it. Let's try to kill it. Maybe kill it? Okay, 1. Well, he could finish it off. That'd be good. Good. Okay. Very good. Good. Alright. That was a slightly close call. So thankfully, the battle speed is much faster in this game than the first one with how the cursor moves and everything. So that's why I'm doing 2 battles in a single episode. Oh boy, that's not good. Leave her alone. Will we turn? No. Okay. Wow! Okay, you need to kill this, and you need to kill it now. You need more defense, holy shit. Level 2, HP by 2, attack by 1, defense by 1. Only 1, darn. His defense needs to get higher as soon as possible. Okay. That takes care of that. I can heal Bowie. And take care of the one that's coming from the north. And that one's coming too. Let's go ahead and start on this Chester. So there's other new spells in this game. In fact, I need to... There we go. That actually will up the speed just a little bit more. I don't think he's in danger of dying if I go and attack that. It's got what? How much attack? 11, and he's got 5. No, that would be... No, that's dangerous. Let's not do that. Yeah, just go for that one, Jaha. You can kill that yourself. Oddly enough, Jaha starts at level 1, but he's probably more powerful than every other character I've got right now. Mainly because he comes with a pretty strong weapon and he's a warrior. You'll kill that. I don't want you to kill that, though. You'll kill that one, too. I would prefer Sarah and... Just go over here and... wait. Just wait. Let's give Bowie and Sarah a chance to kill this. Good job. Sarah, finish it. Sarah's important to gain levels early on because she is my only healer for a very long time. So I need her to be strong and I need her to... Let's see, just... How close are both of them? Wow, she's already... Okay, she'll gain a level just from healing again. He's not so much. He's close, and yeah, he's lowest, so yeah. It's fine. Go ahead, Jaha. So since I have much smaller force in the beginning, like I'll have these guys through one more battle, and then I will get a mage. So it takes a lot longer to like build up a full party. Level 3, MP by 2 is always good. Everything else by 1 it looked like. Okay. So that's good. Let's get everybody a little bit closer. Let's get into the forest for extra defense. Let's go there. Don't get too close. Save her MP. Yeah, for whoever gets attacked. Oh boy. Oh my god. That's so much damage. he can't get to that, and he would get destroyed by it. No, I need to attack it. No. I need to heal Chester. Heal Chester. Make sure he doesn't die. There's so few enemies left, there's a chance that, like, the huge rat could go again. And that'd be very bad for me. Could heal Jaha. I'd rather just have her stay back here, though. If I attack from range, it prevents a counterattack, which would be bad. Okay, he's close to level 3. Oh, he might be able to do 2 damage, I'm not sure. Probably not with the land effect, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it's fine, Jaha, kill it. Oh, come on! Frickin' game. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. Oh, going for Sarah, that's not good either. But she's got good defense right now, so yeah, she's fine. Heal Bowie just to make sure he's okay. And then we'll kill the other 2. Yeah, go ahead, Bowie, kill it. Attack by only 1, damn. This might actually work out. Yeah, he is level 3, and then Jaha, I think, will get to level 3 as well. So that would actually make my party even, if that's correct. Yep. Alright, that worked out really well. Okay. Everybody's level 3. And that is 2 battles done. So like I said, some of these early battles are really easy. So here is this little cave we're going to go into. And I think when you get inside you'll recognize this from the opening sequence. So that is a chest we have to get much later in the game, but eventually it will be available to us. But if you remember, Slade finds the power water and puts it back. That's the thief, is Slade, the rat guy. And this is where the 2 jewels were. So he removed the jewels, which was very, very bad for all of us. And now we move on to Yeel. I think that's where I'm going to finish the episode once we get to there, and we can pick up next time. So this is a quiet little town of Yeel. No new weapon shop or anything yet. Might be something in here. Oh yeah, healing seed, good. I need those. I need to make sure everyone's got an item at this point, I think. Whoop, that is not what I meant to do. Oh, I forgot to sell a stick too. That's not good. Okay, give... Okay, so he's got antidote and a medical herb. So he's got 2 medical herbs. He's got that and a seed. Oh, he's got an herb too. Okay. So everybody's got a healing item, so that's good. Just got to be safe early on, because, like I said, I don't get a healer until it's nearly halfway through the game, so if Sarah dies, I am so screwed. I will start losing people left and right without a healer, so I've got to be really careful, but I've also got to get her levels along with everybody else, because eventually she learns an attack spell called Blast, which is pretty strong. It's like a weaker version of Blaze, but it doesn't cost as much MP. So that's good. So this is what can I do for you? Oh, you'd like to see my master? I'm studying at his house. Please follow me. Bowie decides to follow Kazan. Sir Hal lives just outside of the village. Wow, that is much faster speed, I must admit. So that is where we're going to end for today. This has been the first episode of Shining Force Challenge Mode. We have gotten Kazan, we have stopped the gizmo from possessing the king, and now we must learn more about Grand's Island, which is where the game takes place. And we'll see what happens next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm glad to have this back. One thing I do want to comment on real quick, just because I'm noticing it now more than ever, is for whatever reason the game on the very left side of the screen is displaying this black bar. I have no idea why it does this. I tried every setting I could find to see if I could get rid of it. It will not be got rid of. So hopefully you won't notice it again after this, if I can find some way to get rid of it, but right now it's there. I have no idea why. It doesn't do this on any of the other games that I've seen on this PC version of this, but whatever. Just how we have to live with for now. Anyway, I'm Novel Mike. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great day.